So this is going to be home sweet home for the night. Welcome to the Cambrian Mountains, also known as the Welsh Desert. It's a mountain range in mid-Wales that lays between Snowdonia and Brecon Beacons National Parks. It's a very wild and remote area, and it's known as the Welsh Desert because it's covered in thousands of acres of grassy marsh and peaty bog. I'm just making my way to the top of Drygarn Fawr, which is one of the tallest mountains in mid-Wales. It stands at 2,116 feet and it lays just south of the Elan Valley reservoirs. Isn't that one of the coolest cairns I've ever seen? It's a beehive cairn. It's Bronze Age, but it was rebuilt sometime in the 1900s. There's another one on top of the summit where we're heading next, another beehive cairn and a trig point. The plan is, while I'm up here, I'm going to be camping out for 2 nights. I've mapped out a circular walk, approximately 35 miles. I'm going to be walking 10 miles of that today. And within that 10 miles, I'm going to be bagging 3 trig points. One of which I've just done on Drygarn Fawr. I've got another 2 trig points to get to. The next one is going to be Gochwine. And the one after that is my destination for the night. There's a Bronze Age Cairn there, and that's where I'm going to be camping. So that's 5 miles away, and I've got a lot of marshy grassland and peat bog to get through now. It's very wild and barren from here on. As you can see, there's no paths in places. You've got these markers spaced out maybe 100 or 150 meters apart, and if you lose sight of those, you have to march on a bearing. the terrain coming across there, it's absolutely horrendous. That's some of the worst ground you can ever walk on. That turned into a real slog. I didn't have far to go at one point. I had a straight line in front of me, a few kilometres up to this high point where I'm staying, and all I could see was marsh and bog. It was never ending. So I climbed up on some high ground, and it worked out fine. First of all, I found a nice little path, and that disappeared then, and I was up over my ankles in bog. Just went on, and I was trying to weave my way around it, and I ended up doing a bit of a detour. It cost me a bit of time, but I'm here now anyway. So this is going to be home sweet home for the night. I've just set up for the night. It's quite snug in there. Let's take a look. I'm not expecting any rain tonight. So Toby's got a little bivvy bag and a sleeping bag and a padded mat. And I got an army issue bivvy bag. I got my sleeping bag and my airbed in there. Fingers crossed we get no rain. First things first, I'm going to get Toby fed. He's couched up behind me and he's hungry. So I cooked him a big frying pan full of sausages this morning, so he can have those. And in there, I got 2 big bags of dog food. I made that for him myself. That's all minced beef and other bits of meat in there. And I've dehydrated it. So I'll rehydrate that for him now and get him fed. I just heard a noise outside, so like a rock moving or something, and Toby's picked up on something. Go and have a look. That was strange. Can't see anything out there. Right, let's crack on and have my curry. I've got a homemade curry with me and some boiled rice. I'm looking forward to this. I'm quite peckish. That's us both fed. I'm going to have a can now. I got a nice can of Vocation. It's worth carrying this today. 11-8 New England IPA, 7.2%. Don't think I've tried this one. That's nice. Especially after a day of walking. Toby shattered. That's it. This is the fun part of the night. Trying to get Toby in his sleeping bag. It hasn't been too bad tonight, to be honest. First go. you go, buddy. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. One incredible place to spend the night. Mid-Wales must have some of the best dark skies around. It was a clear night last night. The sky was full of stars. I just laid in bed, staring about at the cairn, the perfect circle above me, with dark sky all lit up with stars. I must have laid there for an hour. It was beautiful. So I'm going to start packing now. And we've got a few miles to do to get off these mountains. Eventually we're going to hit a river. I need to get water. We're starting to run low on water. And the plan for today is to get into the Elan Valley, down to the reservoirs, hopefully find somewhere nice to camp.